Now, Nils, let us have a talk.
Can we two have anything to talk about?
We have a great deal to talk about.
I shouldn't have thought so.
No, you never properly understood me.
Was there anything else to understand except what was obvious to all the world? A heartless woman jilts a man when a more lucrative chance turn out.
Do you believe I am absolutely heartless as all that? And do you believe I did it with a light heart?
Didn't you?
Nils, do you really think that?
If it were as you say, why did you write to me as you did at the time?
I could do nothing else as I had to break with you. It's also my duty to put an end to all that you felt for me.
So that was it. And all this, only for the sake of money.
You mustn't forget I had a helpless mother and 2 little brothers. We couldn't wait for you, Nils. Your prospects seem hopeless then.
That might be so. But you had no right to throw me over for anyone else's sake.
I really don't know. Often I used to ask myself if I had the right to do it.
When I lost you, it was as if all the solid ground went from under my feet. Look at me now. I am a shipwrecked man clinging to a bit of wreckage.
But help may be near.
It was near, but then you came and stood in my way.
Unintentionally, Nils. It was only today that I learned it was your place I was going to take in the bank.
I believe you, if you say so, but now that you know it, are you not going to give it up to me?
No, because that would not benefit you in the least.
Oh, benefit. I would have done it, benefit or not.
I have learned to act prudently. Life and heart, better necessity has taught me that.
And life taught me not to believe in fine speeches.
Then life has taught you something very sensible. But that's what you believe in?
What do you mean by that?
You said you were like a shipwrecked man clinging to some wreckage.
I had good reason to say so.
Well, I am like a shipwrecked woman clinging to some wreckage. No one to mourn for, no one to care for.
It was your own choice.
There was no other choice then.
Well, what now?
Nils, how would it be if we 2 shipwrecked people could join forces?
What are you saying?
2 on the same piece of wreckage would stand a better chance on their own.
Christine!
What are you supposed to bring me to town?
Do you mean that you give me a thought?
I could not enter my life without work. All my life, as long as I can remember, I have worked. And it has been my greatest and only pleasure. But now, I'm quite alone in the world. My life is dreadfully empty and I feel so forsaken. There is no least pleasure at working for oneself. Nils, give me someone and something to work for.
I don't trust that. Is it nothing but woman overstrained sense of generosity that from you to make such an offer of yourself?
Have you noticed anything in the sort in me?
Could you really do it? Tell me, do you know all about my past life?
Yes.
And do you know what they think of me here?
You seem to me to imply that with me you might have been quite another man.
I'm certain of it.
Is it too late now?
Christine, are you saying this deliberately? Yes, I'm sure you are. I can see it in your face. Have you really the courage, Dan?
I want to be a mother to someone, and your children need a mother. We 2 need each other. Nils, I have faith in your character. I can do anything together with you.
Thanks, Christine. Now I shall find a way to clear myself in the eyes of the world. I forgot.
Shh! The Taratella! Go!
Why? What is it?
Do you hear them up there? When it is over, we can expect them back.
Yes, I'll go, but of course it's all no use. Of course you don't know what step I have taken in the matters of the Helmer.
Yes, I know all about that.
In spite of that, have you really the courage to...
I understand very well to what length a man like you might have been driven by despair.
If I could only undo what I've done.
You cannot. Your letter is lying in the letterbox now.
Are you sure of that?
Quite sure, but...
Is that what it all mean? That you want to save your friend at any cost? Tell me, Franklin. Is that it?
Nils, a woman who has once sold herself for another's sake doesn't do it a second time.
I will ask for my letter back.
No.
Yes, of course I will. I will wait here till the Helmer comes. I will tell him he must give me my letter back. There is only concern my dismissal, that he not to read it.
No, Nils, you must not recall your letter.
But tell me, wasn't it for that very purpose that you asked me to meet you here?
When the very first moment, it was, but 21 hours have passed since then, And in that time, I have witnessed incredible things in this house. Helmers must know all about this. This unhappy secret must be disclosed. They must have a complete understanding between them, which is impossible with all this concealment and falsehood going on.
Alright, if you will take the responsibility, but there is one thing I can do in any case, and I shall do it at once.
You must be quick and go. The dance is over. We aren't safe a moment longer.
Yes, I'll wait for you below.
Yes, do. You must see me back to my door.
I have never had such amazing piece of good fortune in my life.
Aren't you tired, Torvald?
No, not in the least.
Not sleeping?
Not a bit. On the contrary, I feel extraordinarily lively, but you look tired and sleepy.
Yes, I'm very tired. I'm gonna sleep at once.
There you see, it was quite right on me not to let you stay there any longer.
Yes, everything you do is quite right, Torvald.
Now, my skyline is speaking visionary. Did you notice what good spirit of rain was in the evening?
Really? Was he? I didn't speak to him at all.
I'm very little, but I haven't for a long time seen him in such good form. It is wonderful to be at home by ourselves again, to be alone with you, your business and charming, my little darling.
Don't look at me like that, Torvald.
Why I should look at my dearest treasure, all the beauty is mine, all my very own?
You mustn't say things like that to me tonight.
Why? You still got tarantella in your blood, I see, and it makes you happy than ever. Listen, the guests are beginning to go now. Nora, soon the whole house will be quiet.
Yes, I hope so.
Yes, my own darling Nora, do you know, when I'm at the party with you like this, why I spoke little to you, why I keep away from you and only send stole glance in your direction now and then? Do you know why I do that? It is because I believe that myself, that we are secretly in love, and you are my secret and my sprite, and so that no one suspects there is anything between us.
Yes. I know quite well you talk with me all the time.
And we are living, I'm putting the shawl over your young beautiful shoulder, a lovely your neck, and then I imagine that you are my young bride, and then we just have come from wedding. I'm bringing you at the first time into our home, and we want to be alone with you at the first time, quite alone with my little shy darling. All this evening I have loved for nothing but you. When I watched seductive of the feature of tarantella, my blood was on fire. But I can't endure could it no longer. And that was why I brought you so down, so early.
Go away, Torvald. You must let me go. I won't.
What's that? Are you joking? You won't. You won't. Am I your husband?
Did you hear?
Who is it?
It's me. May I come for a moment?
Oh, what does he want now? Wait a minute! Well, that's kind of you not to pass by our door.
I thought I heard your voice and I felt such a to look in. Oh my god, this is your family room. You look very happy and cozy in your too, right?
It seemed to me that you look after well upstairs too.
Exactly. Like, what shouldn't I? Why should I not enjoy everything in this world? Like, as short as much as I can, as long as one can. The wine is capital.
Especially same bench.
So here's that too? It was incredible how much I've managed to put away.
Torvald drank a great deal of champagne tonight too.
Today?
Yes, and he always in Gusti afterward.
Well, what shouldn't one not enjoy merry evening after one spent day?
Well, Span, I for that I can take credit for that.
And I can, you know?
Dr.I.G.A, you have been occupied with some scientific investigation today.
Exactly.
Listen, little Nora talking about scientific investigation.
And may I congratulate you on the result?
Indeed you may.
Was it favorable then?
It was possible for both doctor and patient, certainty.
Certainty?
Absolute certainty. So then I entitled to make a merry evening of it after that?
You certainly were, Dr.I.G.A.
I think so too, so long as you don't pay it for in the morning.
Well, no one can have everything in this life without paying for it.
Dr.I.G.A, would you like fancy dress ball?
Of course, if there's a lot of pretty custom there.
So tell me, what should we do next?
Little Venom Branch, are you thinking of the next already?
We too? Yeah, you guys get a very...
Yes, but what can you suggest as appropriate costume for that?
Just let your wife go dressed as Ash in your daily life.
That's really nicely said, but can you tell us what you will be?
Of course, my friend. I have quite made up my mind about that.
Well,
And the next fancy dress ball, I shall be invisible.
that's a good joke.
It's not a joke. It's a big black hat. Have you never heard about hat that make you invisible? You put one on and no one can see you.
Yes, you're quite right.
Yeah, but I'm kind of forgetting about what I come for here. Can you give me one of your cigarettes?
Wait a minute. With the greatest pleasure.
Thanks. Let me take my light first.
Wait, let me give you light.
Ooh. Thank you and goodbye.
Goodbye to old man.
Thanks.
Safe well, Dr. I.G.A.
Thank you for the wish.
Wish me the same.
Yeah. Bye bye. See you.
See you. He has drunk more than he ought.
Maybe. Torvald, what are you going to do there?
The letterbox is quite full. No room to put the newspaper in tomorrow morning.
Are you going to work tonight?
You know quite well I'm not. What it is? Someone has been at lock.
At the law?
What does cat mean? Oh, I should never think about the meat. There is broken hairpin. Nora, it's one of yours.
There must have been the children.
Then you must have get them out of those way. There. I don't have it open. Helen, put out right over the front. Look at that. What a chip of them they are.
Letter. No, Torvald. No.
2 cards of ranks.
Of Dr. I.G.A?
Yes, of ranks. They were on the top. He must have put it when he went out.
Is anything written on them?
There is black cross over the name. Was an uncomfortable idea. It's look like he were announcing his own death.
Oh, it is just what he's doing.
What? Do you know anything about it? Has he said anything to you?
Yes, he told me that when the cards came, it would be his life taken from us. He means to shut himself up and die.
Oh, my poor old friend. I knew we shouldn't have him very long with us, but so soon. He has himself away like what animal.
If it has to happen, it is the best it should be without a word. Don't you think so, Torvald?
I know, but he has grown into our life. I can think of he as having gone out of them with his suffering and his loneliness. And he like was closely background to our silent happiness. Well, perhaps it is the best for him anyway, and perhaps for us too, Nora. We are to know quite each other now. My darling wife, I don't feel I could hold you tight enough. Do you know, Nora? I have often wished that you might be threatened by some great danger. And then I might risk my blood, life, and everything for your sake.
No, you must read your writer, Torvald.
No, not tonight. I want to be with you, my darling wife.
With the thought of your friend's death?
Yes, you are right. It's affected us both. Something ugly has come in between us. It is thought of the horror of the dead. We must try and rid our mind of that. Until then, we will go each other's room.
Good night, Torvald. Good night.
Good night, my little singing bird. Sleep well, Nora. Now, I will read my letter through.
Never to see him again. Never to see my children either again. Oh, there is the black water. The bottomless depth. If only it was over. He's got it now. He's not reading it now. Goodbye, Torvald. Goodbye, my children.
Nora, what is this? What is this in this letter?
Yes, I know. Let me go.
Where are you going?
You sent save me, Thorfall.
It's true. It's true that I read here. Horrible. No, impossible that it can be true.
It is true. I have fulfilled of everything in his word.
Oh, don't let us make any silly excuses. Thorfall, cerebral crisis, what have you done?
Let me go. You shall not take it upon yourself.
Tragedy arise. Now you shall stay and give me an explanation. Do you understand what you have done? Answer me. Do you understand what you have done?
Yes, I'm beginning to understand thoroughly.
Ah, what a horrible awakening all these 8 years. He who's my pride and my joy, a hypocrite, a liar, worse, criminals. The unbearable ugliness of it all, what this careful behaviors. I ought have that something absurd would happen. I ought to have foreseen it. All your fathers want of principle, be silent. All your fathers want of principle, he come out in you. No morality, no religion, no sense of duty. How I am punished for having winked at what he did. I did it for your sake, and this is how you repay me.
Yes, that's just it.
Now you have destroyed all my happiness. You have ruined all my future. It's horrible to think of. I'm in the power of the unscrupulous man. He can do what he likes with me, ask anything he likes to me, and give me any order he pleases. I dare not refuse. And I must sink to such miserable death because of this thoughtless woman.
If I walk away, you will be free.
No fine speeches, please. Your father had always plenty of those ready to. What good would be it me to me if you were out of the way, as you say? Not the slightest. He can make the friend on everywhere, and if he does, I may be falsely suspect of having been a party to your criminal action. Very likely people will think I was behind it all, that it who I prompted you. And I have to thank you for all this, you whom I have cherished during the whole of our married life. Do you understand now what it is you have done for me?
Yes.
It is so incredible that I can't take it, but we must come to some understanding. Take off the salt. Take it off, I tell you. I must try and appease him some way or another. The matter must be hustled off at any cost. And as for you and me, it must appear as if everything between us were just as before, but naturally only in the eyes of the world. You will still remain in my house, that is matter of course. But I shall not allow you to bring up the children. I dare not trust them to you. To think that I should have to say this to one who I have loved so dearly and who No, that is all over.